Player 456, welcome back to the game.
This Season 2 finale of Squid Game begins with Thanos being stabbed in the neck with a fork in Episode 7. Myung-ji's face is covered in blood, which regrettably leads to other people being slain in the restroom with the same fork. 5 people are ultimately killed in the fight as soldiers stand outside the door doing nothing to halt it. When they return to the dorms, these fatalities deepen the divide between the two teams. Time is crucial in this situation, and although Ji-hun and the other Zur sides appear to be winning, it is unclear if anyone will change their mind before the next vote. Of course, that is, if they go that far. In the meantime, the captain is seen tinkering with the drone while at sea. Regretfully, he stabs the drone pilot multiple times before tossing him overboard to conceal the evidence. Woo-suk and Jun-ho are unaware of what is happening at the moment, but it turns out that the captain is genuinely dishonest and working against them. No-Yul is restrained once she returns to the game, and the officer discovers that she is abiding by their regulations. In any case, for the time being, the soldiers receive a briefing and are instructed to prepare for a special game that will soon begin. As soon as it becomes dark, this will undoubtedly turn into an assault. However, Ji-hun feels that instead of focusing their ire on their fellow competitors, they should target those in higher positions and in charge. Naturally, none of these men are aware that In-ho is against them. Ji-hun arranges for the soldiers to hide beneath the beds as soon as the lights go out so they won't draw any notice. Naturally, the O team causes pandemonium by stabbing as many of their enemies as they can. In an attempt to keep their plan a secret, Ji-hun chooses to make a minor sacrifice before calling everyone to get under the bunks. Following this drama, Min-soo makes an attempt to murder Namgyu. However, after hurling a glass off the top bed, he misses, and the guards finally intervene and resolve the matter. Ji-hun has been waiting for this very moment. The group collaborates to seize control of the soldiers, charging at them and seizing the weapons for themselves while diverting attention. The soldiers are eventually forced to evacuate as a gunfight breaks out in the dorms. This is just so the guards can get reinforcements though, and after shooting out the cameras and seizing as much ammo and guns as they can, the group attempt to recruit more reinforcements to storm the control room and stop the game. A lot of people are reluctant, but Young-bae manages to help sway some of them to their side. They each have radios, and with a soldier held captive, they get out the dorms and prepare to head for the HQ. Naturally, they are heavily fired upon throughout the hallway, and their captive is also slain. Ji-hun removes the mask required to go past security and continues on, away from the other soldiers, despite the violent hallway shootout, in order to distract attention and steal ammo from any guards they murder along the way. Young-bae and Ji-hun successfully slip past security and enter the management area. The party is running dangerously low on ammunition, so Dae-ho leaves the group to try and find some more magazines as they battle their way up to the control room, even when Ji-hun returns the magazines. He gives In-ho his clip, who catches up and thinks there might be a way out. Sadly, Dae-ho changes his mind and deserts his allies in the midst of this mayhem because he no longer wants to carry on. Sensing that anything is amiss, Hyunju also makes the decision to return to the dorms. When the gangs clash back in the purple corridor, In-ho unavoidably steps in, betraying the rebels by shooting them in the back. He tells Ji-hun over the radio that they have been slain, but the truth is obviously quite different. Ji-gun fires one last shot and changes the radio station after falling for it again, thinking his friend is dead. Then, In-ho radios through to the soldiers, telling them to wrap it up. When soldiers storm the dorms, Young-sik's mother advises Hyunju to stay put and stay out of the way. In the face of overwhelming odds, she complies, while the other rebels, including those who surrender, are slaughtered. Ji-hun is obviously the outlier in this case because of his enormous plot armor. Directly in front of Ji-hun, the frontman murders Young-bae. The season ends as he lets out a scream to the sky. There is a scene in the middle of the credits, though, where the players are shown confronting a brand new game that seems to be a red light, green light variant. But this time, there are 2 dolls. The conclusion of Squid Game Season 2, therefore, resolves nothing at all and essentially feels like a drab rerun of what we saw in the first season. It's also unfortunate because the first episode has a strong thematic impact, with Ji-hun attempting to fight back with his money while doing so by promoting the very capitalist system that the show so vehemently opposed. Other than learning that the captain is working within the game, there is no resolution or drama concerning Junho, no deeper information about the games or how to stop them, and no VIPs, despite the fact that it built up a really intriguing dynamic going ahead. The problem with all of this is that it essentially makes the detective story irrelevant because there was no reason to take all those pictures of him frolicking about with this investigation. In the meantime, many of the characters in the games feel like drab replicas of the characters we followed in Season 1, and the action is nowhere close to the first season's quality. As if that weren't enough, Ji-hun lacks the intelligence to inquire as to whether the game has any additional moles. Why does Ji-hun have such faith in the frontman? Who is player 001 once more, even though he has spent years in the hotel trying to bring down the system? That concludes our review for today, but the discussion is far from over. For more, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe for more videos. Keep the magic of movies alive until the next time, signing off from FK Bytes.